In today's video, we are going to go through the best cold email template that you can use to get clients for any offer, any service, any niche, because I'm going to teach you a framework that works for anything. I've used this to sell SEO, to sell cold email, to sell web design. I've sold everything with this formula, and you can use it too to sell your services. And make sure you watch until the end so you don't make any of the common mistakes that I'm going to tell you about in this video, which prevent a lot of people from booking meetings with cold email. They write it off as a failure, even though cold email is one of the best ways to generate revenue. In fact, I've used it to generate 7 figures personally in closed business, and I work for X27, an agency that has generated over 100 million in closed business for our clients, largely using cold email. If you're interested, watch until the end, stick around, and I will talk to you soon. If you want to take your cold email campaigns to the next level, if you're struggling with cold email, you should grab my free lead generation training down below for cold email. It will show you step by step how I generate leads for cold email so you can get the best possible results. And if you grab the training now, where you'll receive my best tips and tricks that I don't share anywhere else, after you grab the training via email, you'll also have the opportunity to apply to book a call with me where we can work through your cold email campaigns together, and I can help you take your cold email campaigns to the next level. So if that sounds interesting, click the link down below and I'll talk to you soon. All right, now back to the video. I'm going to talk to you about this via video here, and we're also going to go onto my computer soon and I'll show you some scripts and we'll talk about it there. But I want to talk about the sort of idea and the fundamentals of cold email so that you can take this and run with it in any industry, okay? So the very first thing is, what's the point of a cold email? The point of a cold email is not to sell your product or service. The point of a cold email is getting them on the phone, piquing their curiosity enough such that they will take a meeting with you. And then you run through the sales process that we teach in the Institute of Sales, our sales training program. However, we're not talking about that now. The point is, how can you get more meetings, more sales appointments on your calendar using cold email? Well, how do you pique someone's interest? Let's think about that. You want to think about the outcome or the benefit that you're going to enable them to experience, right? Because we all want to avoid pain. That's the reason that we do everything that we do. And so you need to kind of speak to their pain, your prospect's pain, get them thinking about it, and then show them that you have the answer to their problem and make them want to talk to you on the phone about it, even though they've never met you before in their entire life. That's the whole point of a cold email. And the hardest part is you have to do it in 3 or 4 sentences, less than 75 to 100 words. And it's kind of an art. You got to get good. But I know how to do that, and I'm going to show you right now. What's the first step here? The first step in generating leads with cold email is looking at your past case studies, okay? Case studies meaning people you've helped in the past, customers you've helped in the past. This could be your role as a salesperson at a past job or any past job. It could be any current or past client you have. Anything that you can speak to about getting case studies, anything you can speak to about a past win you've had, a problem that you solved, an outcome that you drove, that's a case study. If you don't have one now, please click the link right here and watch my video about getting your first case study. Okay, so now that we have the first case study, we need to put it into the 1-sentence case study framework. And the way that we do that is by creating a framework. It's by saying, we recently helped this type of company with this service, which resulted in an outcome or a benefit of some kind within this amount of time. So that's kind of the general framework that we use, and you can use that for really any case study. So for example, we helped Dom and Tom, an agency in New York City, generate over $1 million in sales within 6 months using cold email. And that's a 1-sentence case study right there. So now that you have your case study, you want to ideally have 2 or 3 different case studies and 2 or 3 different niches, because what we're doing here, we're trying to find product market fit. So that means we're trying to find an offer in the right market that matches up. So for example, cold email is the offer, digital agencies is the market. Or you could switch it up and say SEO and digital agencies, or conversion optimization and digital agencies, or PPC and digital agencies, right? Or you could keep the offer the same, which is cold email, and try selling it to digital agencies, to SaaS companies, and to e-commerce stores. E-commerce probably would not make sense, but SaaS and agencies would work, right? So whatever it is, we're trying to find the fit. So let's say that you have the same service, which is email marketing as a service, and you've helped SaaS companies, you've helped e-commerce stores, and you've helped info product businesses, right? Those are the 3 niches that you're trying to test out. Those are your 3 case studies. So come up with 3 1-sentence case studies, 1 case study for every niche that you've helped. And now what we're going to do is we're going to test those case studies in the market, meaning we're going to spin up a cold email campaign to SaaS companies, to to e-commerce stores, to agencies, and to the info product businesses. I think those are the 3 businesses, right? The point is, you want to, number 1, pick 3 case studies. Number 2, you want to turn them into 1-sentence case studies. And number 3, you want to spin up an email campaign for every single one of the niches, right? And what's going to happen is we're going to see that one of the niches is going to like your offer more than the rest. And it's going to be, for some reason, this niche will respond the best, because when you find product market fit, that's what happens, okay? So once we find that, the next step is to double down on the winning niche and continue optimizing the script and the subject line. And generally speaking, you're gonna have a campaign that can book you 5 to 6% meeting book rate, meaning every 100 emails you send, you're getting 5 or 6 meetings on the board. That's pretty good. Now, as far as the script goes, what do you actually write in the email script that's going to get their attention? Because we've already established you need to get them to open the email, read the email, like you. They have to understand what you're doing, why it's interesting, and want to talk to you, all within 3 sentences, even though they've never met you before and they get bombarded by emails every single day. How do you set yourself apart? What do you put in the script to actually pique their interest? That's what we're going to talk about now. So let's head over to my computer and I will show you an example of this in action, how it actually booked a meeting for me, and how you can use it as well. All right, I'll see you there. Okay, we're here on the computer. I'm going to go into my email and I'm going to show you an example of a cold email that I sent to somebody, and I'm going to explain the format, the framework, and how it accomplished the goals that I laid out earlier, and how you can use it in your cold emails to book more meetings and close more deals. So let's go ahead and get in there. Here is the email that I sent, and this is the script and the result that I got. So let's go through it. Hey Corey, found defined logic while looking for agencies on Clutch. Love your work with Prudential Financial. Emailing you because I just helped Dom and Tom, another agency, use outreach like this to generate an additional $1 million in closed business within 6 months. Can you take on more clients? Let me know and I'll send over a few times to chat. Thanks, Jacob. So the subject line here is question about defined logic. So what are we doing here? How does this email accomplish the goals I mentioned earlier of getting them interested, wanting to get on the phone? So there's really a framework that I'm following here, right? The first sentence is a personalized compliment that is essentially all about them. It's personalized, so it's obviously not spam, and it shows that I did my research and that I'm not just starting off about me. I'm making it about him. I said I found your company while looking for agencies on Clutch, and I complimented one of his case studies with a company called Prudential Financial. So immediately I'm setting myself apart from the crowd, because in his email inbox, he not only is going to see the subject line of the email, but he's also going to see a preview of the first few words of the actual body of the email. And so if you start out by just going into, a rant about who you are and what you do and my name is and this is our company and blah, 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 you're not setting yourself apart. But if you start out with a short subject line and you make the first sentence about him in some capacity, he will realize, or he'll hopefully realize, that it's a compliment, it's a personalized email, and he might actually want to click on it and open it because he might think it's from a friend. And you have to remember that pretty much every single email in your inbox is either obviously commercial and spam or obviously from a friend. And if you can fit into the obviously friend category, you're killing it. So that's what we want to do, and having this first line here will definitely help you fit into that category. Now, the next sentence is very important. This is what's going to get them to want to book a meeting with you or not, right? This is going to make or break your cold email campaign. The importance of this sentence really cannot be overstated. So what did I say? Emailing you because I just helped Dom and Tom, another agency, use outreach like this to generate an additional $1 million in closed business within 6 months. So why am I saying emailing you because? First of all, or actually, let me back up. What is the sentence? This is the 1-sentence case study. I'm telling this person that I helped someone just like them. I'm reaching out to only agency owners, by the way. And I'm telling this agency owner that I helped another agency just like him use outreach to generate an additional $1 million in sales within 6 months. So I'm hitting someone and telling them that I helped someone just like them use a certain service, which is email outreach, to generate the outcome $1 million within 6 months. So you can use the framework of recently helped company with service, which resulted in outcome within time frame, right? And then lastly, how do you get them to want to take a call with you? So how do you get them to then want to talk to you after they've read this sentence that is providing all this value? A call to action. And you only want to have one call to action in every single email, and that means a question with a question mark that actually asks them to respond to a question. And this way, when you only have one CTA, they're going to respond back. And remember, the whole point of this email is to book a meeting. So all I'm saying in the CTA line here is, can you take on more clients? Question mark. Let me know, and I'll send over a few times to chat. Thanks, Jacob. So what we're doing here is very simple. We're just trying to get him to say yes, and that's it. And once he responds with the yes, I will then send over a few times to book a call, right? So if we could boil this down into into 3 different sections of the email. You've got your first line, your personalized compliment. You've got the 1-sentence value proposition, and you've got the case study, or sorry, the call to action. Compliment, case study, call to action, done. Send this to 100 people. If the market likes your offer, you're going to get 3, 4, or 5 meetings. So what did he say? Hi, Jacob. Thanks for doing your research before reaching out. I'd be happy to set up a 15-minute chat next week. So bam, meeting booked right there. This is how you book meetings step by step with cold email. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you prefer cold email or cold calling and why. Subscribe if you're new, and again, make sure you grab my free lead generation training. It is a step-by-step guide that will help you generate leads for cold email in the best way possible. You can avoid a lot of the mistakes that most people make, because lead generation, the actual list building part of it, is very, very important. If you mess that up, you could be up shit's creek, but you don't really want to be. So grab the free lead generation training, and if you do that, I will allow you to apply to book a call with me where I will potentially be able to help you improve your cold email campaigns one-on-one on a phone call. So make sure you do this. I will speak to you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.